All right, and it looks like we are live. I'm very excited. This is the first episode of Tech Talks with Holly, something I've been planning to launch for a very long time, and I'm finally doing it. And I am so excited to have as my first guest a dear friend of mine, Jody Hagemann from or Hagemann. I asked her how to pronounce her name before we started. I've already screwed it up. But she is on the product team at Comcast Business. The goal is here to keep it short and sweet, just give you a little bit of background on who Jody is, what she does, and why you should care. So I want to start out just doing a quick bio of who Jody is. Jody has more than 25 years of experience in telecommunications. Again, as I said, currently with Comcast Business. Her experience is back in the service operations field, new product feature launches, the product-to-product migration and life cycle. Management. Her current role is actually developing the Comcast Business Active Core platform, something hopefully some of you listening out there have heard of. She started with SD-WAN product offering, which she actually successfully launched back in September 13th, 2017. Since then, the platform's continued to evolve. I'm excited to say that how I know Jody was actually through that SD-WAN launch. I was on the sales enablement side of the house and really worked closely with her and always admired the work she did. So again, happy to have her as my first guest here. So welcome, Jody.
Good morning. Thanks, Holly, for having me. Yes, this is an exciting little venture. I would like, 5-minute increments where people just really understand what's going on with today's technology, what they need to know. Please ask questions. Please reach out for more information.
Absolutely. So we know time is a valuable asset and resource. So we're not going to take a lot of your time today, but want to just put a few nuggets out there for you to consider. So first thing, I've already kind of described who Jody is, but Jody, can you give us kind of a high level overview what you do in your job at Comcast?
So for 2022, right, 2022 is here, and we have been really focused on delivering advanced solutions for customers. Customers are no longer coming to us just wanting connectivity, just wanting voice products. They want a total solution, and at the same time, they want the management package that goes with it. We realize with the pandemic, things have changed. Traffic patterns and networks have changed. Customers have changed. End users are working from anywhere. And so what does that mean? That's really complicated for customers. It's really complicated for IT staff to manage. And so the day job is really managed experiences, making sure customers bring together total solutions in a managed, cohesive way, that gives us the burden of managing their network and gives them back their time to, continue running their businesses, driving revenue, making customers happy.
Absolutely. And so Jody, of course, I'm in the channel now. I was on the direct side of the house at Comcast Business for quite some time, but now I'm in the channel. So given what you've just said, what does that really mean for our sales partners, our agents, and our technology service distributors in particular?
So there's no better way than actually using a live real case example. So right before we recorded this, I had gotten off with a partner and their end user, their customer. And so the customer saying, I live in Pensacola, Florida, and, we're always, when it comes to internet connectivity, if there's a hurricane, I need my front desk to stay up. I need, these are non-negotiable things anymore. I can no longer live without internet connectivity, and I really want to take advantage of your LTE backup solution. I want to be able to keep the front desk running. I want phone calls to come in. I want, the customer experience. I want, people at the hotel to be able to communicate back and forth with the guests. And, I think it was interesting to see an IT manager saying, like, the world has just gotten infinitely more complicated in managing networks, and that you want more capabilities for customers to be able to service themselves. We talked about the portal. We talked about our mobile app. You have the network at the palm of your hands, and then we are going to help design and manage it for you. And so the customer themselves said, great, I really want to partner with somebody as reputable as Comcast. And there's just so many benefits of working with this team of people that are going to help me drive my business solution.
That's awesome. Well, like you said, and the mission critical piece, everybody wants to be up. No one can afford to be down. So the LTE backup's a huge win there. And you sort of already got into this. But I was going to say, there are a lot of companies out there doing what we do, right? And there's a lot of SD-WAN providers, a lot of backup providers, and there's a lot of new products and services being launched every day. So if and I'm sure you may have already conveyed this in your earlier conversation with the partner and customer, but if you could say, succinctly, what is the value Comcast Business brings to the marketplace with these types of solutions?
And so, Holly, I think in one of your presentations, you said it best, the power of one, right? The ability to bring together one team of people, technical resources, the ability to procure, underlay, overlay connectivity all together in, even this particular customer we spoke with, I want it all on one bill. I can't manage all the, can you do that on and off net to Comcast? Yes, we can. So being able to provide total solutions with one organization, and that one organization, like you said, partners, people focused. They want to see the same face throughout the entire experience. We're the same team that showed up to introduce you to the product. We're the same team that's going to stay with you post install. We're going to be working with you, in this particular instance, 30 days post install, make sure the network is tweaked appropriately. And so people want that human touch that I can pick up the phone and I can call Jody. She's been on this from the beginning. So that's definitely, one of many value props I think that we bring to the table for Comcast and for customers.
No, completely agree. And I feel like that's something that the channel values, right? Is the partnership. You want someone you can grow with, someone that's scalable, that, hey, you're starting out a business, maybe you just need some of our smaller services. I don't know if smaller is the right word, but some lower bandwidth, may not need the full shebang right out of the gate. But as you grow your business, you add locations. Having that valued partner you can grow with is something that I've seen is really a value in the channel. And to your point, Comcast Business can be that supplier that also extends that partnership. So well said.
And we were also talking about, like, from install, and this is, I think, also important to partners, like, it doesn't just stop with installation of service. So in our particular instance, we schedule meetings with customers every 6 months. How is your network performing? Do you need to increase bandwidth, decrease bandwidth? How are the applications on your network performing? How can we make changes that we can tweak it? And so again, the customer does not, or the partner does not feel, abandoned at test and turn up. We have an established relationship all the way through the life cycle of the customer. So it's really exciting.
No, that's awesome. Kind of those little health checks here and there. We all know you got to be proactive and keeping ourselves healthy, and also keeping your network healthy, right? And making sure you have what you need. So, I guess as we're starting to wrap up, any final words, any little final nuggets you'd like to share?
I think one of the best questions a partner ever asked me was, if you had to pick out what is a mistake that a customer makes when purchasing their network solutions. And so I had never really, I just didn't think of it that way. The mistake is definitely not purchasing managed services. When customers think, oh no, this technology, plug and play, I think I have the resources, I can handle it. Anybody can turn on technology. It's how you experience that technology that really matters. And so managed services for is a must, I believe, for our partners and our customers.
I love that. Learning, and maybe some of these customers have learned their mistakes, right? And seeing, maybe they don't think you needed it first, but then seeing what value that it does bring to have someone else that can help you through that. So great advice, Jody. So I do want to keep this kind of fun and light as we wrap up. So would love to know, is there anything out there that you're binge watching right now, whether it be Netflix, Amazon Prime, anything that if you had a day to yourself to binge something, what would it be? Or maybe you're doing it now. What is it?
Yes. So I'm a huge Jason Bateman fan. I love Ozark. I watch that. But what I also bring up, what people think is an interesting talking point. So my friends are the Impractical Jokers. And so when I'm feeling sad or depressed or winter blues are setting in, I always put on, a series of the Impractical Jokers, and, comedy just makes everything better. So that's what I've been up to.
And where can you find? I'm embarrassed to say I have not seen an episode. So you've now piqued my interest. Where can I find Impractical Jokers?
They are on True TV, and I think they're in syndicate. So yes, believe me, you'll be able to find them. Every time I bring this up at a partner event, I literally have somebody asking me about who they are as people and how they got started, and so they're all over the place. But yes. Comedy makes everything better, and it's a good distraction from all that is going on in our lives at the moment.
Absolutely, 100% agree. So I'm sure they appreciate you plugging them every time that you had the opportunity as well. So Impractical Jokers, Ozark, I'm a big fan of Ozark as well. So Jody, it was good to not only learn a little bit about you personally, but also to hear more again about the value that active core platform Comcast Business is bringing to the marketplace. I know we're rapidly evolving and are continuing to transform and contribute to the digital experience and digital transformation. So I'm sure I'll have you on again soon. But again, thank you for being my first guest.
Thanks, Holly. Appreciate it.
I guess for now, that's a wrap. Thanks, Jody.
Thanks.